stop this thing. That's all there is to it. Stop this thing. That's all there is to it.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm originally from New York City, so I understand the advantages of public transportation. Pinellas, Hillsborough, we need light rail. It is very important. It will take vehicles off the street.
I'm here this morning representing the Florida Association of American Institute of Architects and our 3,200 members across the state of it.
Dave Harris, I'm a civil engineer.
Good morning. I'm Jim Dixon of the St. Petersburg Area Transportation Committee. We're here today essentially to indicate we support the concept of the opportunity to let our citizens vote. It's an interesting concept that we hear people say we don't want citizens to have the opportunity to vote on what's needed.
This would be a green job.
Good morning, my name is Brian Willis. I'm here today in support of moving forward the discussion on the referendum. In mid-December, along with several others, I started a group called Connect Tampa Bay. We've had over 1,200 supporters sign up who want to have that discussion.
I stand here as a member of your target demographic. I am a college-aged male entering the professional world.
The need to subsidize and the fact that it may not pay for itself, well, I don't think it needs to pay for itself because the riders aren't the only people who benefit from it. All the businesses that are more accessible because of that light rail are also benefiting from it.
And I am here today on behalf of SEIU, Florida Public Services Union, in terms of job creation.
Some is for the budgets, and we didn't knock on red doors or just blue doors. We knocked on every single door because we believe in democracy, and frankly, I'm insulted by people in the audience who scoffed at the idea of democracy.
Kevin Thurman, I am the Executive Director of Connect Tampa Bay. You heard from Brian Willis, our board president earlier. We represent about 1,200 people.
Although I am a member of AFL-CIO and AFT, I'm not just speaking for them, I'm speaking as a resident of Pinellas County. It lowers traffic congestion.
Good morning. My name is Frank Jacquelone. I'm the Florida Staff Director of the Sierra Club. I think many people see this also as the first step in connecting the whole Tampa Bay area. Second, when you talk about the growth that is coming, we need smart growth.
Good morning. My name is Keith Burnett. I am President and owner of Suncoast Architecture and Engineering, licensed AE firm in the city, operating out of the city of Clearwater. You haven't sold it. And if you don't sell this, it's going to fail.
Hello, my name is Ed Quinones, and I'm Director of Uno Federation Community Services, established in 1998.
Just the last month alone, I've had 4 close friends move out of the Tampa Bay region because they couldn't find the economic opportunities here that they could find elsewhere. And a big part of that has to do with our lack of a 21st century public transportation system.
Choices, freedom, liberty, democracy, jobs.
Good morning. After 2 years, a table was finally set to press on with this light rail system. And as all of you know, several of us from the citizenry here have followed these meetings. We've attended these meetings. We've taken time, not because we're associated with any, as I've seen in the newspaper, some kind of a financial-backed national group or whatever. No one has provided any money. This is citizens, they're taxpayers that are coming out because we are so alarmed at the risk that you're willing to take with our community. Now, many ideas have been hatched over these 2 years along the way, such as the tax swap, the hard PSTA merger. what personally really outraged me, the hiring of a $300,000 PR firm called Tucker Hall to design exactly what steps to take, construct a message to convey to the public that will most likely convince the panel's voters to pass this 1% sales tax increase on themselves that will be placed on the ballot.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm sure that most of us here have all heard the new ad campaign from the St. Pete, Tampa Bay Times about the amazing stories that never end. We heard that. It's got a jingle and all that. Well, I think that must be what's happening here, because we have been talking about light rail as a story that never ends. This has been a story that never ends.
Good morning, my name is Jonathan Chambers. I'm a St. Petersburg resident. A lot of things I was going to say, Ms. Hazelton already addressed, and I support that. I just wanted to add a little bit of perspective so people can try to grasp this large issue. The issue is here today is about light rail. The support of public transportation is very important. As Ms. Hazelton said, working with the bus system is the best point-to-point system that solves many of the needs that the residents have expressed. So, a fixed rail system going on one particular route, while it may eventually in decades create some kind of hubs possibly, is not point-to-point, is the opposite of point-to-point. You're locked into a system.
Good morning, Board. Thanks for having me speak this morning. I do not support which would be the equivalent of a 14% sales tax increase to fund for a transportation referendum to even be put for the county commission. And I'm against this proposal. I want to make it clear, I'm not against you. I'm against the proposal, and I'm against what, for me at least, is some of the mindset behind it and the agenda behind it.
Hello, I'm Dr. David McCaleb, a member of the St. Petersburg Chamber of Commerce and a candidate for the City Council of St. Petersburg. I was very alarmed to hear a member of the Chamber of Commerce Policy Committees implying that they're urging you to move forward. As I sat in those committees, I've not heard any vote or any discussion. All discussion has been tamped down. I'm rather upset by it. I'm asking you not to move forward on a referendum for a 1-cent sales tax. By moving it forward, each of you are supporting raising our taxes with a political maneuver. Your current tax maneuver, our revenue is $32 million. This tax hike will increase your tax revenue to $132 million, quadrupling your revenue on a regressive tax, and it will only be a small down payment for rail that will then be funded by taxpayer-covered borrowing. What an outrage. If you insist on a referendum, you should pass policy now that will require a unanimous vote to raise property taxes. A policy now that says property taxes will go away immediately, forever, if the sales tax passes. If you decide to move a referendum forward, it should be for a 1/4 cent sales tax. So this is a budget-neutral proposition.
I'm a resident of St. Petersburg, and I am highly against the tax, 1% tax for rail. I feel it's, once you get taxed, there's no going back, and that's just not fair. We all know that our grocery bills are up, our income is down, if we're bringing a paycheck home, we all know our paychecks are less than they were last year. So the last thing we need is to see that happen to us. I am worried about wasteful spending. I think there's ways that we could look at spending more wisely and improving our bus system.
I didn't expect to talk because I'm not a very good speaker, but I couldn't help because I'm very ambivalent about everything that's been spoken today. There are good things on both sides, but I think it's a matter of trust. Right now, in the political environment, there's very little trust in government, and it cannot be denied. Communities fail because they're bankrupt. Florida's solvent, and we've seen too many states, communities,